Hi viewers, welcome to Manimandan TV. Today we are with C. Hanumanlu sir. Today's topic is next gen on GST. Sir, what are the new reforms they have given for new GST rules, sir?
You see, first GST was introduced in 2017. On 1st July 2017 onwards, GST came into effect. And the government promised any changes are required or major changes are required, they will be taken up in future. They have taken up these reforms. The government called it as reforms, but there is a lot of changes, simplification of GST in the month of this month. It comes into effect from 22nd September 2025.
Okay.
See, what happens is the government always try to reduce the burden on individuals. This GST is indirect tax. This is paid by all Indians. All 140 crore Indians will pay more or less. Those who buy luxury car, they have to pay more. Those who buy soap, they have to pay less. But it means everybody will be paying tax, GST. So the government promised that we don't want to collect more because inflation is under control and economy is on strong foundation, and the collections also more than expectation, GST collections. And one more thing is everything is stable in India because of strong consumer base and strong economy. So government said, why can't you give the benefit to the all Indians, 140 crore Indians who are paying somewhat higher rate of GST. Earlier, there were 17 taxes, 13 taxes, 17 cess was there. So every state was having different rates of tax, different structure, different administration. And that was creating a lot of confusion to entrepreneurs and also compliance burden. And evasion was more. And after GST came into effect from 1/7/2017, the evasion economy is being transformed as formal economy. And everyone has to pay tax because the gap between the tax payment, tax evasion is reduced. Nobody wants to take risk. People, those who are doing business for evading tax, have said that we should be comfortable and we should carry on because the reduced rates of tax and compulsion, because data is transferable, data is mismatching, artificial intelligence, everything is making it compulsory to file to pay the right tax. That made them to increase the GST collections.
What are the main specific changes? Do you have any specific changes?
What is happening is in the GST, major issues, there are 2 or 3 things. One is classification. Whether these goods is a taxable under 5%, 12%, 18%, or 28%. Many issues came to many courts, even having authority for advance ruling also. Many disputes went to higher judiciary and high court and Supreme Court. And this get a long dispute, long battle, and also the lot of confusion among the entrepreneurs because GST is to be collected from the consumers and paid to the government.
Yes.
Means any businessman, whether it's a manufacturer, importer, stockist, distributor, anyone, he has to collect from the consumer and pay to the government. It is nothing to them. Then everybody felt, why should I take risk? I charge more. I charge high rate of tax. That led to higher collection from the consumers. So this classification was the main issue. The government said because of high number of rates of taxes, there was a high confusion. So why can't you make it only instead of 5 rates, make it 2 rates, that is 5% and 18% only. This is one aspect. And another one is evasion. I told you earlier, before GST came into effect, many businessmen were collecting tax but not paying. And they're not collecting at all by unaccounted transactions. Or showing less turnover. Everything was happening because of formulation of economy, because of everything digital introduction, digital transactions came into effect. So there was compulsion. So they were to force to pay. Evasion is reduced.
Hmm.
And another thing is cascading effect was removed. Cascading effect means suppose you purchase goods from Maharashtra, they have to pay tax in Maharashtra. And again, when you are selling in Telangana, you have to pay GST in Telangana also. So two types of taxes were collected, Maharashtra and Telangana. But now what is happening is after introduction of GST, whatever tax paid in GST in Maharashtra, it will be considered as paid in Telangana also.
Okay.
So this is cascading effect was removed. This is one effect. And another was single rate of tax. Earlier what was there? Tamil Nadu was charging one rate of tax for the same product. Telangana was charging some rate of tax. Delhi was charging some rate of tax. So to have this benefit of taxation, many companies wanted to establish their factories where their GST was less. So government said, no, this is going to be an unorganized, means unethical competition. So it said single rate of tax. These are the advantages of introducing GST. And because of, I said, this classification, these reforms are reduce the number of taxes, reduce the number of disputes, or reduce the number of taxes, rates of taxes.
Okay.
All these are the next generation. It is called GST 2.0. It is
Sir,
next generation reforms.
Tax reduction of GST impacts overall that.
See, I told you this GST is indirect tax and income tax is direct tax. In the income tax is called as progressive tax. Those who are earning more, they will pay more tax. Those who are earning less, they may pay less tax or nil tax. So every Indian should be prosperous and you should earn more, pay more taxes. This is progressive tax, income tax. Whereas GST is concerned, it is any tax payment, any tax collection from individual will increase the expenditure. Means instead of purchasing 100 rupees, with tax 112 rupees, he has to pay 112 rupees. So if it is reduced to 105, his benefit will be 7 rupees will benefit. So this is regressive tax. So any tax, indirect tax is adds inflation. If it is reduced, it will give better benefit. It will reduce the inflation and it will give benefit to the consumer. So 140 crores people are benefited with this reduction of rates of taxes, rationalization of rates of taxes, and also simplification also. This was happening.